Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my March favorites. March. I feel like I said that weird. Ever since I got Invisalign, when I take them out, it's like I don't know how to speak. It's almost like I talk better with them on, because when they're not on, I'm like, my tongue is like dancing everywhere. I don't know what to do. Anyway, today's video I'm gonna be talking about all of my favorite products from the month of March, and I have so many products to share with you guys this month. I don't know what it is. I was using so much makeup this month, trying out new things, different techniques, yada yada yada. I have a lot to talk about, and we already know these videos cannot be shortened. They're all really long. I feel like today's is gonna be extra long, so grab a snack, grab some popcorn, and let's get started. So I just quickly want to give a huge shout out to the Ethereal Garden collection from KO Polish. Thank you so much for such an incredible launch. I'm so lucky to have you guys in my life, and thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy you're loving the spring collection. I love it as well, and I love you so much, and that is totally a favorite of the month. You know, I couldn't not mention it. But my next favorite, oh my gosh. So this is one of those things that I was kind of talking about in my packaging video. I'm obsessed with these. I cannot get over how beautiful these brushes are. So these are brushes from the brand Storybook Cosmetics. I always want to say Storybook because of Once Upon a Time, but it's Storybook Cosmetics, and they sell this brand on Ulta. I had never heard of this brand before in my life, but when I saw these brushes online, my jaw dropped. I always used to say that if I ever created makeup brushes, this is how I would do them. And then I saw them on Ulta, and I almost cried of happiness. For some reason, I don't know what it is about it, but I have like this obsession with these dried up little flowers. I actually just purchased this like frame thing on Urban Outfitters that had the dried up flowers up against the glass. I'll post a picture of it so you can see. I love the look of little dried up flowers, especially this one. This just looks like little lavender stuck in here. I'm obsessed with these. They are so incredibly beautiful, and I have been using them non-stop just for the packaging alone. Like I've used this one in my crease over and over again to apply that initial blown out color, and then I've been using this one for bronzer a lot, and I love it. These aren't the best brushes in the world. They are a little dense and a little too stiff. Like, I will never use this one. It's just a little too stiff for me. I don't love this one either. Again, just too stiff and dense, but they are very, very, very soft. So the quality is really, really good. And honestly, I'm obsessed with this packaging. All right, so my next two favorites are powders. And these are powders I've been using throughout the entire month of March, but I use them both for completely different reasons. The first one is actually more of a powder foundation, and that is the Bare Minerals Original Powder Foundation. And I'm in the shade Medium Beige. This has SPF 15, and I love this. This is an oldie but a goodie. I used to use this so much back in the day when I first started my channel, and then I kind of got rid of it because it was really old and I never used it again, but I just recently picked it up, and I love it even more than I used to love it. Like, it's crazy. My favorite way to use this are on my no makeup days, just because it adds a little bit of coverage and it makes my skin look nice and satin, a little glowy but not too much. It just looks flawless on the skin, but I like using it on top of foundation as well. Like today I am wearing a foundation that I'm gonna share with you in a little bit, but then I have this all over my face. I kind of use this to set it. It has such a beautiful finish to it. It's not matte. If you have very oily skin, I don't know if you would love it, but it just gives the most natural, like super, super natural sheen. And then this powder I just recently spoke about, but this is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. You need this in your life. Just for the experience alone, I think it is so cool. This powder has 50% water and glycerin in it, which is insane. I'm not even joking. It feels like your powder is wet. Like if you got some water, dipped it in your powder, mixed it up and applied it to your face, it kind of feels like that. It's very cooling. It's something you're gonna need to experience for yourself for you to understand. But besides all that cool stuff, this is an awesome powder. It sets my makeup and it stays looking fresh and hydrated all day. It kind of smooths the skin. It doesn't look powdery at all. It looks so healthy and beautiful. I just don't like it for underneath my eyes, but to set the rest of my face, it is gorgeous. And then I've been loving two foundations. This one I was loving a lot in the beginning of the month, in the beginning of March. This is the LA Girl Pro Matte HD Longwear Matte Foundation. I love this. It's not tacky at all when you apply it, so your face doesn't feel sticky. It feels completely weightless on the skin, yet it gives you pretty good coverage, and it's not drying. It's a matte foundation, but it's not really matte. It's like a satin matte. It is beautiful. I think this would fit a lot of different skin types. The only thing is that the color selection sucks, and I find that this does oxidize a little bit. Drugstore foundations suck when it comes to like picking colors. I don't know why, but they do. But besides that, it is a great foundation. I'm in the shade Medium Beige, and even this one, the undertone is a little bit off. But when I got this, I started mixing these two together, and this is like my favorite foundation cocktail right now. I love this on its own as well. This is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Luminous Makeup. This has SPF 18 and this doesn't have any SPF. It kind of gives me the best of both worlds because this foundation is very luminous, very dewy and hydrating. It is tacky when you finish applying it, but it just looks like skin, like healthy, juicy skin, and I love it so much. I think it's worth a shot if you have dry skin. I'm in the shade Nude, and I've really been loving this drugstore combo. This is actually exclusive to Ulta, this like light illusion line, but it is very, very good, and I think this combo is like $25. So cheap, so cheap. Okay, I have to talk about this eyeshadow because from the moment I purchased it, I cannot get enough of it. I've been wearing it so much in the month of March, it's insane. This is the Bobbi Brown Rich Meadow Luxe eyeshadow in the shade Heat Ray. I don't know who I heard talking about this. I believe it was Alana Davison. Was it Alana? I could be making that up. I ran out and purchased it because it looked so beautiful, and I do not regret it. Sometimes I look at eyeshadows and I think they're not really worth it to buy just one individual eyeshadow, but then I come across something like this and I'm like, yes, you are worth it to me. I know it's pricey just for one shadow, but I love using this wet and dry, and I find that there are a lot of eyeshadow formulas out there that can't do both, and this can. And in a very beautiful way, both ways. I'm wearing it on my lids today, completely dry. I just rubbed my finger in this and patted it all over my entire lid, and it looks so stunning. It's like a copper rose gold, but it has a little golden flecks all throughout this. Very micro golden flecks. It's like a micro shimmer, but when you apply it to your lid dry, like you tap it in with your finger, it looks like such a gorgeous, like shimmery glow. It is beautiful. I'm wearing my Dream Street palette on my eyes too, but all I have is Moony on my brow bone, and then I have Shooting Star in my crease. That's it. Just those two shades, and the rest is this guy, and it is beautiful. I feel like this is gonna be my go-to eyeshadow in the summer, and when you apply it wet, it's like 10 times more intense, but I actually prefer it dry. I wanna give a quick shout out to this bad boy right here. This is the NYX Pigment Primer. They have a glitter primer as well, but the pigment primer is better, and I use them both in very similar ways, but I find that this one works a little bit better. This is so comparable to high-end products out there. It is seriously one of the best pigment primers I have ever used in my life. All you have to do is apply a little bit of this, apply your pigment on top, and it will not move, it will not budge. Especially with glitters, you know how sometimes you'll apply a glitter all over your lid and then by the end of the day you kind of have like the glitter on your crease area from just like blinking? This minimizes that a lot. And I actually rediscovered this because of my friend Katrina, Makeup by Treens. I completely forgot to mention her in my YouTubers You Should Be Watching video, so I'm gonna leave her channel down below. She is more popular on Instagram because she does the best swatches known to man. You want good swatches? Go to Katrina's Instagram, she's the best. But she does also have a YouTube channel, so I'm gonna leave her down below, check her out. But she was talking about this like in a video or something, and I pulled it back out and I was like, oh my gosh, she is right. This is so amazing and I love this so much. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to talk about this product all freaking month. This was a discovery all thanks to Mariah Leonard. I saw her use it in a video and I was blown away, and I immediately purchased it, and I have been loving it ever since. I don't use it all the time just because it's a very specific product, but I've already used it 4 times in March. 4 times. And that's saying a lot, especially for what this is. Okay, let me just tell you. This is from a brand called Lemonhead Los Angeles. I had never heard of them before, but they have this thing called Space Paste, and this is in the shade Houdini. Now, this shade in Houdini is limited edition, so if you want to pick it up, I suggest you run and get it. This is basically like glitter for your lid, but it's in this intensely reflective purple, like holographic color. You can only see it when it catches the light, because when you look at this product alone and you start to turn it around, it looks like there are little ugly yellow glitters in this thing, but it really is all just this purple holographic magic. Don't let these little yellow dots fool you or scare you. You cannot see that when it's on your lid. It honestly just looks like there's nothing on your lid until that glitter really catches the light and you see that intense purple reflect. I feel like I've never used anything like it. You do have to build this up though. If you want to put this on your entire lid, you have to apply a layer, wait about 1.5 minutes, and then apply another layer to get a lot of that color going. I was wearing this on my lids in my Ethereal Garden collection video where I was talking about the nail polishes. That was that purple little glitter I had on my lids, in case you were wondering. I love this so much. I think you should totally check it out, especially if you want to experiment in the spring or in the summer. Okay, so my next product I have been using on and off besides Toasted Cinnamon. You guys know I can't get enough of matte toasted cinnamon. But I've been using this blush as well so much. And I've just fallen in love with this formula. This is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude blush in that peach though. The formula on these is so different than so many blushes I have in my collection. It almost feels like a cream. Like when you really rub your finger in there, it's very creamy feeling. Like think of chalky, powdery, super matte blushes. This is the exact opposite. Yeah, it doesn't have any shimmer or glitter or anything, so it's not really a sheen. It just looks like a healthy blush on the skin. I don't really know how to explain it, but the formula is really what makes these blushes so amazing. I have another one that I keep here on my desk. I didn't include these in my blush video because all of my most used blushes I keep here on my vanity, and I forgot. I completely forgot to mention that in that blush video. But I have Pretty in Pink, and this would also be really nice for spring, but I've been using that peach though a lot more because, you know, I love peach blush. All right, let's talk about some highlights I have been loving so much in March. One is drugstore and one is much more high-end, but the drugstore highlight that has just stolen my heart this month is this Milani Stellar Lights highlighter palette, and this in the shade Rose Glow. This is so good, and I always knew it was good, but I feel like I've been using it so much more recently. As you can probably tell because it's the one that's the most used, this is my favorite shade in the palette, but I do tend to mix it a lot with this one. This one is just so light for my skin tone, but it's so blinding. I'm wearing golden quartz like all over the place, all over my cheek, and then I just popped pearl like right at the tippy tops of my cheekbones and on the tippy top of my nose, and I think it looks so glowy and pretty. These are super intense, but they're not gonna look too chunky or glittery. I just think it's so good. I highly recommend this. You can mix all the colors together. It's just a really great highlighter formula. This has changed my mind about cream highlighters because I've always liked them, but I've never loved them. I've never been super obsessed, but this is a winner for me. This is the Hourglass Vanish highlighter stick, and this is in the shade Champagne Flash. This one's my favorite. It gives you the most beautiful champagne glow to your skin, but it actually looks like it's your skin. Like these, you can tell they're highlights. I mean, they look wet on the skin and they look beautiful, but this looks like it's part of your skin. I will apply this all over my skin, like on the cheekbones here, on top of my brow here, on my nose. And this just looks so glowy. Even though it is pricey, I think it is worth it because the formula is that good and it just looks incredible on the skin. Okay, so I have two standout lip products to share with you guys. One of them is actually from the brand Frank Body. Do you guys know this brand? They sell it at Ulta, but they were really famous for their coffee scrub. But this is their lip tint, and this is in the shade Send Nudes, and I love this. This has been my go-to like everyday lip color. I keep it in my purse, and it's a nude, but it's more of like a pinky rosy nude. But I just like how smooth and natural it looks on the lips. It's not too glossy or like wet, so it doesn't slip around everywhere. It has a really nice consistency to it, and I like that it gives me a little bit of a tint. But the best thing about this is that it smells like coffee. This is my dream come true, guys. Do you have any idea? Have you ever seen my bio? Coffee is my life. I love coffee. It messes up my stomach, but I love the taste. I love the smell. I just like the experience of drinking coffee. Putting this on my lips, it gives me joy, and I pretty much love everything else about it. So it's been a go-to of mine, and this is gonna go back into my purse as soon as this video is over. And then the other lip product I wanted to talk about is this from the Sephora brand. They came out with a ton of lipsticks, and they're called the Lip Stories lipsticks, I believe. And this is actually the only one I've tried. They sent all of them to me, and I gave most of them away just because I love sharing the love, and I feel like I get so much. Why not give some stuff to my friends? But anyway, I kept a few that I really liked. I think I kept like 10 of them that just looked like my type of colors. But this is the only one I've tried because when I tried this one, I didn't put it down. And I've been wearing this a lot on its own, but I've mainly been wearing it kind of like mixed with different things. Like I'm wearing it today, but I have my ColourPop Moonchild gloss on top. This color, I don't know if all of them are like this, but this is in the shade Oui, like the French word oui. This one is so creamy. It has a really pretty shine finish. It's not glossy, but it's definitely a shiny lipstick, and it's kind of slippy and it doesn't last on its own at all. But when I apply this on top of a long wear lip liner, it does stay on all day, and it just looks so healthy. Like it makes your lips look nice and healthy. It is a super smooth lipstick. This is like a dewy lipstick. And I think the packaging is really cute too. It has all of these like gowns. Very cute. Marc Jacobs Daisy Twinkle perfume. I have been wearing this non-stop ever since I got it. I'll just spray a couple sprays on my wrist and on my neck, and it's such a soft, beautiful spring scent. And I actually find that it does last a good amount of time on me. It doesn't last all day, but for a scent like this, I am pretty impressed. Some of the notes are sparkling raspberry, violet flower, and creme de cassis. All I smell in this is the violet. This smells like Violeta to me. I know I said this already, but like that baby cologne our parents used to put on us when we were younger, at least all my Hispanic friends, their parents used to use it when we were younger. That delicious baby Violeta scent, but in a grown-up version. This is my go-to spring scent. I feel like I'm gonna be wearing this throughout the entire season. It's so fresh, and the bottle is A1. Like, this is the most beautiful bottle ever. Unfortunately, they don't have a freaking roller ball. I went online to buy one the other day so that I could wear it on Easter. Well, by the time you're watching this video, Easter already passed. But I'm going to be wearing this on Easter, and I wanted a roller ball to keep in my purse because I'm gonna be outside all day, but it's fine. Moving on, I do want to give a quick shout out to my necklaces. My sister has launched these Zodiac necklaces, and I've been wanting her to launch something like this for so long because she has this little moon and this little sun in her jewelry line as well, and I thought it would be so cool to layer the necklaces, like to wear the little sun and the little moon and then wear your sun sign and your moon sign, which if you didn't know, my sun sign is Aquarius, like that is my actual sign, but my moon sign is Scorpio. So I have an Aquarius and a Scorpio necklace, and I wear them layered with my sun and moon, and I think it's so cute. I love anything Zodiac. It's like an addiction, like a real addiction. I keep reading books on astrology. Like, I am so in. I'm so in right now. But anyway, I have been loving these, and I just wanted to give a cute little shout out to her. And I'm gonna leave her website down below just in case you want to check it out. But that completes this video, guys. These were all the products I have been loving so much in March. I hope you check out some of these products, and if you have, let me know what you think about them. But also, what have you been loving in March? Leave me a comment down below with your most used makeup product or your favorite beauty product of the month, and I would love to check it out if I haven't already. I love hearing your recommendations. But that completes this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. All of my favorite products from the month of March. I've been wearing it so much. Why do I keep saying munch?